Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh, and then good day to each and everyone. So today we will continue our discussion for our midterm coverage for this semester. Our topic for today is all about Fourier series, no? So well, basically before we proceed, I have said on our group chat. Okay, in this case or in these situations, we will just have to have our discussion in our different examples in our manuals, and then after that, I will let you to have your own question regarding on our topics. Then after that is we will inshallah try to give some assessment tools that will serve as our preliminary tools, okay, on our exams. Okay, so I hope you will have your own question, no? So kasi if you don't have question, it means that you already have your own understanding of these topics, no? Or in short, you understand discussion. Okay, so if you have your own clarification, just ask it to me para nang sa ganun is malaman ng iba ng mga classmates natin. Okay, so now our topic for today is Fourier series. Now, well, basically a Fourier series is techniques or a way for us to be able to represent a function or a periodic function in terms of cosine and sine terms, no? So basically a Fourier series is an infinite series, okay, composes of sine and cosine, okay, sine and cosine terms. Okay, so ginagawa natin to para malaman natin kung ano yung composition ng isang function, periodic function. Now, when you say periodic function, okay, ito yung mga function na at a certain time nauulit yung kanilang graph, no? Nauulit yung kanilang graph kagaya nung graph natin sa manuals natin, no? Yung mga graph na yun is yun yung classification ng periodic function. Okay, so our goal here is to represent them into sine and cosine terms, no? Yun yung tinatawag natin na Fourier series, no? Then the analysis na ginagamit natin is tinatawag natin Fourier analysis. Okay, so now proceed to example number 1, no? So just read the manuals, no? Anyway, understandable naman yung manuals natin, no? So just the examples, okay? Kaya siniparate ko yung examples for us to be able to discuss that one separately para mas nang sa ganun is maintindihan natin. Okay, so now this one, so example number 1. So this function is called as periodic rectangular wave, no? So ibig sabihin periodic siya with a wave or with a graph of rectangular, no? So yun. So the question here is find the Fourier coefficient of the periodic function f of x, and figure here ito yung periodic function natin na square wave, no? And then the formula, gagamitin daw natin yung formula sa manuals, no? So as you can see here, the graph is periodic. It is because okay, yung isa for example, this one papunta dito is naulit na naman dito. Okay, so naulit na naman dito. So then after infinity na yun siya. So take note that we can actually represent function if and only if the function is periodic. Okay, so if it is not periodic, so it cannot be represented by a Fourier series. Okay, so example, okay, so we have to answer this one, no? So as you can see here, our function is equal to negative key if from negative pi to 0, no? So here, no, from negative pi to 0, our value of f of x is negative key, kaya ito negative key dito, no? Then if from 0 to pi, the value is positive k, no? Ito yung siya sa taas. Okay, so yun. Okay, so our goal here is to represent this function in terms of sine and cosine terms, or finding the Fourier series coefficient, no? So the first coefficient is yung a sub o, no, or yung tinatawag nating fundamental coefficient, no? So a sub o, ito yung pinaka pinaka first na coefficient ng Fourier series, no? The formula of this one is 1 over 2 pi integrated from negative pi to pi f of x dx, no? So all you have to do is to substitute the value of f of x. Okay, so we have 1 over 2 pi close parenthesis. Bakit? Kasi dalawa yung function natin, dalawa yung value ng function natin, I mean. So integrated from negative pi to 0, from negative pi to 0, then may value siya na negative k. So negative k dx plus from 0 to pi, from 0 to pi to siya, tapos may value siya na k, kaya isa-substitute natin yung value ng f of x na value ng f of x dito, no? So kaya we have here a k dx, no? So integrating this as a whole, we have negative k. So the integration of negative k, no, from your math is 0, it's just x, no, kasi constant lang naman yung k. So k, negative k, then parenthesis kasi yung x natin is papalitan natin siya from negative pi to 0, so i-evaluate natin. So 0 minus, no, negative pi plus the same with this one, meron tayong k, no, constant lang naman yung k, so factor out natin. So the integral of dx is x, pero yung x na yun is papalitan natin ng pi at saka 0. So pi minus 0, no? So simplifying this as a whole, no? So cancel out lang naman kasi it will simplify into negative k pi plus pi k, no? So pwede natin siyang i-cancel out for us to be able to get a 0 value, no? So yun. Okay, so take note here. This time, this is time, this is true since the area under the curve of f(x) between pi and negative pi and pi is 0, no? So tama daw kasi actually itong a sub o is yan yung area ng graph natin, no? So as you can see here, kung isa-sum up natin lahat ng area ng nakuha nito, okay, from this one at saka dito, so negative, positive, so ibig sabihin magka-cancel out lang naman sila. So our area is 0 or our a sub o is 0. Okay? So mamaya malalaman niyo kung bakit area yung itong equation na to. Okay? Now step number 2, find the coefficient a1, a2, or we can just say that a sub n, no? We can just say that a sub n. Okay? Find this coefficient a sub n. Okay? So from your manuals, meron tayong formula. Again, a sub n is equals to 1 over pi, integral from negative pi to pi f of x, cosine of nx dx, where f of x is yan yung f of x natin dito. So again, isa-substitute lang natin yun siya. Okay? So again, substituting the value, so we have here a negative k, no? 1 over pi, close parenthesis kasi dalawa yung integrate natin kasi dalawa yung value ng function natin. So this from negative pi integrated from negative pi to 0 of negative k cosine of nx, yung nx dito, cosine of nx dito remaining dx plus yung isang value ng fx natin which is the positive k. So we have k cosine of nx dx pa rin, no? So 1 over pi. So again, it is just constant lang naman siya, factor out, so negative k. The integration of cosine of nx is cosine sine of nx. Okay, so positive, no? Positive. Cosine of nx is positive sine of n, positive sine of nx over n. Okay, kasi integrate natin yung nasa loob ng cosine. Okay, so this is negative pi integrated from negative pi to 0, in the same with this one, no? So ang nagkaiba nga lang is yung integration. Okay, integration limit. Okay, so substituting these limits, we have negative k, so factor out kasi constant lang naman yun siya. So substitute the value here. So magiging sine of n 0, ayun, sine of n 0 over n. Dito naman is sine of n negative pi, ayun, but since negative pi is sine of negative is negative, so kaya i-factor out na natin diretso yung negative dito. Okay, so yun. So in here, the same lang naman dito. Okay, so and then after that, this since sine of since 0 times n is 0, so sine of 0 is 0, so cancel out na natin to. The same with this one, no? Sine of n times 0 is 0, so sine of 0 is 0, so we have cancel out na lang natin to. So the remaining is this one at saka ito. Okay, so but since But since they will cancel out lang naman kasi ito siya is negative, ito siya is positive, okay? Magiging negative to. Bakit? Kasi negative multiplied by negative is positive. Tapos multiply mo pa ng isang negative dito, so magiging negative. Whereas this one is positive lang, so magka-cancel out lang naman yun sila. So the remaining value is 0. Okay? So yan.